So I've just entered 2 trades, and in exactly 58 minutes, I collected $372. I did it selling options over stocks that I don't own, so regardless of which way the market goes, up, down or sideways, I get to keep this $372. I'm going to show you how I did it. First, I looked at this chart of ANN. I could see that the market had fallen just a little bit back to a previous support level. ANN was trading at $23.25. And with my belief that ANN had hit a support and potentially is going to bounce back, this is probably a price that I wouldn't mind owning the ANN stock at. So I thought I'd sell some put options, potentially at the money or slightly just out of the money. So with the stock currently trading at $23.25, I looked at these put options that expire next month on the 18th with a strike price of $23, meaning it's 25 cents out of the money. In other words, nobody's going to sell their stock to me today for $23 because they can sell it at the market today for $23.25. These put options have a bid and ask price of 44.5 cents or 55.5 cents. So I thought I'd put in an offer to sell them for about 51 cents. And with a $23 exercise price, 100 contracts is going to expose me to $2,300. So by selling 4 contracts, that's $9,200 if the order gets filled. And for that, right now, I'm going to collect 51 cents times 400, which is $204. Less brokerage, GST, and contract fees, I'm going to pocket about $168.47.8. But given the bid's only 44.5 cents, and I'm putting in an offer at 51, this may not get filled. But as you'll find out shortly, it did. So I got to pocket this money. Here's the confirmation that my order's gone through to the market, and I'll move on to the next trade. So the next stock that I looked at was Fortescue Metals, FMG. Today Fortescue was trading at about $25.79.5, $26 or so, and I could see it had just kind of fallen down a little bit in price over the last few days, potentially hitting old support, old resistance. So if I end up selling put options on Fortescue Metals and I get exercised, meaning I have to end up buying the stock, having the stock put to me at the strike price, I'd be happy to own this stock around these prices. So with Fortescue at about $25 to $26, I decided to sell a $25.50 put option. This is a 100 contract size. I sold 4 contracts, which exposes me to 400 times $25.50, which is just a little over $10,000. But for that, I get to collect $168 right now, regardless of which way the stock goes, up, down, sideways. And after brokerage and GST and the ETO contract fee, I get to pocket $132.47.8. I do a quick look at the screen and I can see both of my orders are outstanding, which means they haven't actually been executed yet. They're sitting in the market, and you can see the times that I place these orders, 2:38 and 2:31. I then get an email from CommSec at 12:12, which is WA time, which means it's 3:12, that my Fortescue metal options have been executed and they've paid me $168 less brokerage. And then at 12:29 WA time, which is 3:29, not quite 3:30, exactly 58 minutes after I place these trades, not quite an hour, I get an email to say that my ANN options were also executed for $204. After brokerage and costs, it's about $168. So if I refresh my outstanding orders, I can see that there aren't any. And if I go into my executed orders, I can see that today's put option contracts are in with my existing contracts from late last week. My BHP, my Rio, my Qantas, and my Bank of Queensland. So with those 2 contracts, well, the 8 contracts, but the 2 trades, I collected another $372 today. After costs, it's just a little over $300. Regardless of what the market does, this $300 is mine to keep, and obviously I'll keep an eye on these trades as the week progresses to see if I need to roll them up, roll them out, close them for a profit, or if I look like being exercised on any of these stocks. And bearing in mind, looking at the charts, I'm only getting into positions and writing put option contracts over stocks that I would like to own. So in other words, if the market goes south, I'm happy to buy these stocks, but I'll just have to watch the market in the coming days to see what comes of it.